Hey everyone, Sparks back with another Goddess Victory Nikke video. I am streaming right now, recording this video live, and I just want to review kind of what the NieR collab has to offer. And if you're a new player that missed NieR the first time, is any of this worth you even paying attention to? If you went through it before, I think you probably know, but even if you did, maybe this will give you an opportunity to like pick up some stuff that you missed previously. So I'm here at the banners right now because the big thing with the collab coming back is that you can pull for 2B as well as, that's Raven. I guess we don't have A2 quite yet. A2 is going to be coming next week. I should have read the update notes better. But right now we can pull for 2B. And like, is it worth pulling for these units at this point? The TLDR is probably not, but they're not terrible. And I'll get into what all of their kits actually do, where they've been useful, kind of some considerations to help you make a good choice. The other important thing to note about their banners here is that we do have a new type of ticket. So up at the top, you can see that we have our gems, of course, our rainbow tickets, and we also have these purple tickets, which are a limited time NieR rerun collab ticket only. So you want to use these no matter what, okay? There's no point in saving them. I'm just going to do one right here. That would be epic if I just one tap 2B. But just don't save these. Don't save these, okay? Just use them or lose them. We didn't get 2B. We did get Bihara. That's okay. I didn't want to do the 10 pull because then you can still use your normal rainbow tickets and gems, obviously. And I don't want to go into those because I'm not trying to really pull for 2B again. But so let's go back. You have your story here really quick. The new event area. I'll just touch on this really briefly. But this looks exactly like it did the first time. So again, if you're a returning player, same old, same old. You will, when you log in, be able to get the free skins. You'll get them if you already have A2 or 2B, or the first time you pull them, they will get alternate skins right away. And of course, at the end of this login day, you will get A2's bikini, which is pretty peak. I'm a big A2 fan. A2 is my girl. You got your mini game, which is kind of unique, and then all your typical stuff that you expect. Okay, we don't really need to like mess around in here too much. I will point out that for the mini game, remember it's a two-step process. I forgot this initially too. You got to go up here to the mini game and like select a stage and then find the hacking location on another part of the map, like on some random thing, hack in, do your hacking, and like kind of keep going back and forth. So keep that in mind. Also, some of the things are hidden behind on-map events. So you'll have to like activate a thing to happen, and then there will be like a relic for you to pick up. So if you don't find something, start clicking on random little things, make the animations happen, and it'll unlock new stuff for you. But okay, enough of that kind of stuff. Let's actually take a look at A2 and 2B. I already have both of them. I've used them both extensively. And we'll take a look at 2B first. So 2B is a fire type assault rifle. I'll also link my original analysis and testing of her in case you're interested to see what she was like, but a lot of things have changed, so that's why I wanted to make this video. So here she's in her free alternate skin. You can say I already had her completely overloaded. I never reset her, even though I probably should have. But her kit is kind of unique. So she is a unit that scales off of HP. So she is a defender, but she can be used pretty effectively offensively as well because her damage scales off of HP. Now, besides the fact that you obviously want to build her for HP to do more damage, you don't want to, there's some nuances here. You don't want to build her for attack. So I don't even remember how much I optimized her, but let's see. I got ammo capacity, I got crit and defense, ammo, hit rate, charge speed. Okay, clearly I didn't even care about optimizing her before. But notice the lack of attack lines that I didn't bother going for. That's because your attack lines are going to be super minimally effective compared to the attack that she'll give herself. So within her kit, she will end up giving herself a massive attack stat just from her own buffs, and she'll get that attack from her HP stat. So adding attack on overload is not important. What you actually want to build her for ideally is crit, because even though she's giving herself massive attack buff and scaling from that HP, you're then going to be able to capitalize on that with higher crit rate and higher crit damage. And 2B was kind of the original crit team, the first effective crit team, because generally crit isn't that great in Nikke. We would put her with the original Mast, which let's see if I can find her really quick. Here she is. She would buff crit, and of course with our girl Volume, which is one of the OGs here. And you could do a really powerful crit-based team with that. Nowadays, how effective is that actually going to be? Probably not that effective. We've gotten some crazy stuff, but just keep that in mind. That's how you can potentially build your 2B to be useful. The other cool thing about 2B is that she is extremely durable, like really durable. She will survive through more things than like any unit beyond a unit that gives themselves like invulnerable or something like that, where they're literally taking no damage. And generally how bosses work is that they will target your unit with the highest attack, and oftentimes this necessitates having a ton of healing or having a taunter or something like that to protect your main DPS unit, whereas 2B just doesn't need that. If she's your main DPS, which she can be in certain compositions, she'll also just take a ton of hits. Or you can just use her as a lightning rod and use her alongside another DPS, and then she'll attract all that damage and just be able to live through it. So some kind of cool things about 2B. She definitely has a unique kit, and we do still see her pop up rarely, but in a solo raid here and there she does make an appearance. So she is not completely washed up. She's not a top tier unit anymore, but she's definitely not useless and is somebody that you could expect to see once in a while. So now let's get to A2. A2 is also a very unique unit and is my personal favorite of the two, just because of her character as well as her design. She is a rocket launcher, but was one of the first rocket launchers to not function like a normal rocket launcher. She has kind of a like unique attack animation that I can show you right here. You can see she has the sword, which is cool. And she'll just like make a new sword after she like throws hers or something, or she's like charging it with energy. I don't know exactly what's supposed to be happening here. But she is really unique in that her blast radius is enormous. So I don't know if we can really like see this by looking at her kit, but she can hit almost everything on the screen at once. So this made her a top tier unit on launch. She was actually better than 2B originally, I would say. She can be extremely effective against bosses that have a lot of parts, particularly parts that are closely grouped together, because one of her attacks will hit all those parts and will just do massive damage because she's hitting, that damage is going to be counted for every single part and the body individually. So has a lot of potential there. She was also very good at pushing hard mode campaign because she could just clear the whole screen. Like literally one attack would just like wipe the whole screen, and she was a really good pusher. Now, if you have Black Shadow Scarlet, nowadays A2 isn't going to be as needed because you can kind of do a similar thing with Black Shadow Scarlet and probably just do it better. Also, A2 will drain her own health. So if we take a look at her skills again, in her burst, she goes into B mode, and this drains her own HP the whole time while giving her huge buffs. But then if her HP drops below 40%, then she'll no longer have the B mode, and then she's going to be doing a lot less damage. So the key is having her constantly in B mode, have her burst first, and then she'll just like keep wiping things constantly. It is very effective, but it means that you have to pair her with a healer. So if you don't have a strong healer, she's not really going to work for you. So just keep in mind, there's a lot of healers nowadays you can pair her with. Originally, the best thing to pair her with was Rapunzel, because she would just keep her healthy no matter what. But again, any kind of healing will work, but you do need pretty significant healing, whether you have a leveled up Blanc or Naga or whoever that may be. But it needs to be consistent healing that happens all the time. It would not work with, say, Helm. If you used her as a healer with just her burst, that would not be good enough. She's going to fall out of B mode. Now, if you have Treasure Helm, that's going to work a little bit better. Because then she's going to actually heal a lot on every single shot. But just keep that in mind. However you're trying to heal A2, it needs to be consistent healing that's happening all the time. So A2, again, was better on the launch, although they both had their uses. And A2, I would say, is less likely to show up nowadays. Both are pretty niche, but I think that even though A2 kind of like was a little bit better at launch, I would say as things have progressed, if there is like a niche situation, you're probably going to see 2B pop up more than A2. So take that for what you will. I hope that helps you make a decision. Whether you are saving or not, we all know like no one's really bothering to pull for Sora. If you want to see my skill breakdown, I'll link that in the description below as well. If you're a fan of the character, great, pull for Sora, but her kit is not worth it. But so you're probably saving, but just use those purple tickets. Again, use them or lose them. A2 is still coming though, so keep that in mind. If you want to save for her more. And, you know, like I'm going to hope to get some lucky core ups. I'm a big fan of these units. They are usable. Don't feel like these suck, okay? Like they're definitely still strong units. They're just not top tier units. So overall, I think this collab is really a fun one. It's really cool that they're bringing it back. A lot of people were disappointed that they missed this. So, you know, big shout out to the team for actually making this happen. And it's cool that we get new content, right? Like if we go back to the lobby here really quick, we have the pass for 2B. I'm definitely going to be getting this. It looks pretty good. I still think I might prefer her free one, but I mean, yeah, 2B. 2B is looking good. And the fact that we just get A2 skin free as login is great for even as like a veteran player. There's still just like a little bit of new stuff coming for us. So, all right, let me know what your plans are for the NieR collab. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer them. Again, I have a lot of experience using both units, so let me know if there's any kind of like nuances I can help with, or if I forgot to mention anything. Consider giving the channel a sub. I would really appreciate it. It'll help out the channel a lot. Also, link to my Discord. We have a great community and Twitch channel down below as well. And I'll catch you guys on the next stream.